Jacob, who had held on to his older brother's heel since birth, bought his older brother's rights as the firstborn with bread and red bean porridge. Not only that, but he stole the blessing that his father was trying to give to his older brother and ran away. His brother Esau was very angry and tried to kill Jacob. The Bible says that Jacob left Beersheba and went to Haran. Haran was the hometown of their mother Rebekah, and her brother Laban was living there. The sun had already set and night had come. Jacob stopped at one place and laid down on a stone nearby. What was Jacob thinking? Regrets about the past when he deceived his brother and father and stole his brother's blessings? Or maybe about a new life in Haran, expectations for the future? Jacob fell asleep thinking about this and that, and he had a dream. In his dream, he saw a ladder of which the top reached the sky, and God's angels were ascending and descending on it. And he heard God's voice. "I am the God of your grandfather Abraham and your father Isaac. I will give this land where you lie on to you and to your descendants. Your descendants will be numerous and spread to the east, west, south, north, and in all directions. I am with you and will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have fulfilled all that I have promised you." When Jacob woke up, he thought, "God exists here, but I didn't know it." And then he became afraid and said, "This is God's house. This is the gate of heaven." Jacob set up the stone on which he had been using as a pillow, as a pillar, poured oil on it, and called the place Bethel. Bethel means house of God. Originally, this place was a town called Ruth. Jacob thought that even though it was only a stone, it was a town made by people. And because God had spoken to him, he wanted to remember this place by calling it God's house. Jacob made a promise to God. "If God is with me and protects me on the way I go, gives me food and clothing, and allows me to return safely to my father's house, then the Lord will be my God, and this stone that I have set up as a pillar will be God's blessing. It will be my home, and I will give God 1/10 of all that he has given me." Everyone, the place where Jacob slept was a dark and uncomfortable place. But when God opened his eyes and showed him that place, it became the door to meet God and became God's house. Perhaps the place where we worship God may seem shabby compared to the splendid places in the world. However, I hope we remember that it is the gate of heaven and the house of God, because it is the place where God meets us. Jacob was still on the run, but he met God there and heard the promise, "I will be with you." So let us remember that he has now become a person who can dream new dreams.